Hello.我错，不，会的，我错东西了。Hello, everyone. Um, I believe people will join us later, and today I want to talk about first time in China. What you need to know if you are coming to China for the first time. What are the things that you need to know? And first of all, I want to welcome those who are watching me for the first time. And this is KLS1 Daily Life in China at Living China. Welcome to my channel. And on my channel, I talk about the daily life of foreigners living in China, how foreigners are able to navigate the hurdles around here in order for them to live a comfortable life. So if you are coming to China in the future, and whether you want to live here for a long time or for a short time, this my channel will be of a great help to you. And for those who have subscribed already, I want to say thank you to you for what you have done, because without me reaching the 50 subscription or subscriber mark, I won't be able to go live like this. So I owe it to you guys, and I want to say thank you for everything. So let's get down to it. Like I said, today I want to talk about those who are coming to China for the first time, and what you need to know about China. Now, I think people uh, have different reasons for them to go abroad, or for them to go and live in a country. Um, for me, when I was coming to China, I had a good reason. So does everybody. Anywhere you want to go to, you need to have a reason why you want to go to that place or to that country. So, talking about China, let me briefly talk about China. And I think in one of my videos that I made before, one of my long videos, I briefly talked about China, and to buttress what some of us have known about China before, I just want to briefly talk about it. China is a country in South Asia. It's a country in South Asia, and before it used to be the largest country in terms of population. Yeah, it used to be the largest country in terms of population in the world. But right now, I think it's been overtaken by India. So China is the number two largest country in the world right now. And it has a population of about 1.4 billion people. Yeah, 1.4 billion people. That is estimated population of China right now. 1.4. Before it used to be 1.5 billion. Right now it's 1.4 billion people. So, and I think in terms of landmass, it's a very huge country. It's very big, very big, and with a huge population and large landmass. China is number two economy in the world right now, and it's been projected maybe it will take over to be number one in the nearest future. We don't know when, but it has been projected to become the number one economy in the future. So, and in China, they speak Mandarin. The language of the Chinese people is Mandarin, and though they have local dialect that they also speak, but the main language is Mandarin. That is widely spoken by most Chinese. All right. So let's get down to the business of the day. First time in China. First time in China. What you need. Sorry. Sorry, I went to do some. First time in China. What you need. Yeah, I think if you want to go abroad, you need to have a purpose or the reason why you want to go and live in a country, whether for a short time and whether for a long time, just like I've said in my introduction. So, just like any other country, just like any other country, people come to China for many reasons. Number one, people come as visitors. People come to China on visitation. And for visitation, it can be as a tourist or they come for tourism. It can also be that they are here to visit a family member. They can also come here to visit a friend. Also, they can even come here to visit factories. Maybe they are business people and they want to come here to visit factories to transact business with the factories in China. So, on that basis, people can also visit China. And as a tourist or based on tourism, as you know, China is a very huge tourist destination. No doubt about that. China is a very, it has a very huge tourist destination, and year in year out, a lot of foreigners do come to China for tourism. And as you might have known, China has one of the largest, if not the largest, UNESCO World Heritage. Yeah, I think it has the largest UNESCO World Heritage. So people do come to China for tourism. So one, for tourism. Two, for visit. Now, the third reason people would like to come to China is to study. Yeah, China is becoming a huge destination for international education. These days, a lot of foreign students do come to China to also study, whether for college, for university, and whether for the first degree, for the diplomas, for postgraduate, postgraduate maybe for masters or PhD, or even postdoctoral. You know, I've met a lot of students foreign students in China in the past few years. That's a lot. So that is number three reason why people would like to come to China. So the first one, they can come as a visitor. The second one, they can come as a tourist. The third one, they can come as a student. Now, the fourth one is they can come as they can come for business. Maybe they want to come to China to transact business. So people do come for, as you know, China is the business hub of the world. We all know that the manufacturing center of the world is China. So foreigners do come to China to, they come here for trading. They do come to China to buy goods, to buy anything, then ship it down to their respective countries. So this is another reason why people, why you might need to come to China. And number five is to come to China to work. Yeah. People also come to China to work. You you got a job from your country to come and work in China, and yeah, It can be a big reason for you to come to China also. So these are the 5 main reasons why I believe people come to China. Remember, I said number 1 is for tourism. Number 2, to visit family members or friends, or to visit some factories. You can come to China as a businessman to visit factories, not to transact business with them initially, okay? You come to visit first. If everything is okay, you can come back again to now transact business with them. Many people come to China. I've seen a lot of business guys that come to China to they come to visit the factories to see if the factory can really provide what they really want. You understand? So initially, people don't just come to China to trade. First, they visit the factories. When they make sure everything is fine, now they now come back to trade. So that is another reason why you may need to come to China. Number 4 is to study. Like I said, there's a lot of international students in China now. China is becoming a hub for international education. And last is to come to China to work. Yeah, people come to China to work. So you need to think about it very well. Why do you need to come to China? Among all these 5 classes of reason that I stated, at least you should have one. Among the 5 classes of reasons that I stated why people come to China, you should have one. That is, it's either you are a student. If you are not a student, you are on visitation, you are visiting your family, you are visiting your friends, or you are visiting a factory. Now, next one is you are here to transact business as a business person. And the last thing is you are here to work. So you really, really need to know the reason why you are coming to China. Like I said in one of my videos, I said China is not a place where you can just wake up one day and say, oh, I want to go to China. No, it doesn't work like that. I want to go and try my luck. It doesn't work like that in China. You need to have a reason for, oh, who is your favorite player from Brazil? Yeah, Artasik. Who is your favorite player from Brazil? Oh, well, I'm old school. Actually, I'm old school. I think my favorite player should be Pelé, and he's late now. Edson Arantes do Nascimento, Pelé. That's my greatest, football player of all time. For me, Edson Arantes do Nascimento. I'm sorry, I'm old school, but that is my GOAT, the greatest of all time. It's Edson Arantes do Nascimento. Okay, so like I was saying, you need to have a reason to come to China. China is not a country where you come without any purpose. If you want to have a comfortable life in China, you must have a reason for coming here. So when you have a purpose, you have a reason to come here, your reason is tailored towards your living. That is how China is. Okay? Your living is tailored towards your living. Because by the time you are processing your visa is attached to the reason you are here or to the reason you are coming here. I will explain that in detail. Your visa, after you must have decided, okay, this is the reason I'm going to China. I think it's normal and it's reasonable that the next thing is to process your visas or your visa. Okay? When you determine, I want to go to China to study, or I want to go to China as a tourist, or I want to go to China to visit people, or to visit, a factory, or I want to come to China to work. The next thing is you get your invitation letter, you get your contract signed if you are coming to work, then you process your visas. Now, in China, your visa is always attached to the reason you are here. That is why when I started in my introduction, I said you need to have a purpose. You need to have a reason for coming here. Because your, your visa is only attached to the reason you are coming here. China is not a country where you can have one class of visa, then you use that visa to do something else. China doesn't allow that. Hear me very well. China is a country where the visa you have is only meant for the purpose of you being in China. What I'm trying to say is, if you are in China as a student, the visa you have is for you to study. If you are in China as a student, the visa you have is for you to study. If you are here for business, the visa you have, your business visa, is for you to transact business. If you are here to visit your friend, your family member, factory, that visa is only meant for visitation, nothing else. If you are here to work, that visa is only for you to work. In essence, what I'm trying to say is this: you cannot use your work visa to study, and vice versa, you cannot use study visa to work. You cannot use visit visa to go to school or to work. So you need to have a defined purpose, the reason why you are coming to China. This is why I'm trying to tell you today what you need to prepare for. You need to prepare for yourself. You need to prepare by yourself. You need to prepare in your mind, and you need to be very, very genuine. You need to be very, very, very sincere in your heart as to your purpose of coming to China, because this will determine whether you will live comfortably or not. Your purpose of coming here genuinely will determine whether you will live in China comfortably or not. Like I said, your visa is attached to the purpose of coming to China. Excuse me. Yes, I'm black. Yeah, I am black. I'm African. I'm black. I'm from Nigeria. So, and I've been living and working in China for 20 years. Yep, I'm black. So, sorry, I just have to drink drink something. So, like I have said, when you determine the purpose of coming to China, you need to get a visa that goes with the purpose of coming to China. Okay? In China, you cannot use your visa to do something else. Like I've said, you cannot use a visitor visa to work. You cannot use your visitor visa to study. If you are on a visitor visa, that is what is meant for. You are here to visit and you cannot study and work. If you are on business visa, you are only here in China to transact business, to do business. You cannot use your business visa to work. You cannot use your business visa for something else. If you are on a work visa, your visa is only to work. Your visa is only to work. So these are the things that most people don't know when they are coming to China. These are the things most people don't know when they are coming to China. They often look at China as, they look at China as like, oh, in Europe or in North America, where you can use your visa to do some other things. No, China is very, very strict when it comes to that. I think I mentioned it in one of my videos. China is very, very strict with the immigration law. The immigration law here is very, very strict, and you have to obey the law. They are very strict with their law. You cannot use the visa you are given for another purpose. It has to be for that purpose. So you need to prepare your mind. You are not coming to China to try your luck. China is not a country where people go to try their luck. China is a country where you go when you have a purpose, when you have a reason to come here. Okay? Even before you get your visa, the embassy or the consulate where you procure a visa will give you a form to fill, and while you are filling the form, it will be stated there categorically that the class of visa you are procuring, you are being given, if eventually you are given, you cannot use it for any other thing. So this is one of the mistakes that people usually make when they are coming to China. And when they come to China and they find out, oh, this is what China is, they feel so sad, they feel so bad, and in their eyes, China is racist, China is not good. No, 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 no. It's not like that. It's not like that. It's a country that have to follow their immigration route. Okay, look at a country of 1.5 billion population. These are the things you need to have at the back of your mind. These are the things you need to know. A country of 1.5 billion population, there is competition for many things. There is competition for. It's a huge country. It is in terms of land mass. It is huge, but with that population, there is competition for a lot of things. There is competition for space. There is competition for jobs. There is competition for a lot of things. That is why sometimes during holidays in China, if you go to tourist sites during the holidays in China, if you go to tourist sites, you will see a huge, number of people. Even you might line up there to get inside, it might take like hours for you to get inside because the population is huge. So this is one of the things you need to prepare your mind for if you want to come to China. It's a very beautiful country, let me tell you. It's a very beautiful country with big opportunities, but you need to understand something, that there are things you need to live with here if you want to have a comfortable life. One of the things you need to live with is the huge population. If you are going outside, you are going to work, or you are going anywhere during rush hour, the subway or the metro are quite crowded. And let me tell you one thing. One thing is China, if you don't know, China has the largest and one of the best transportation network in the world. Yes, it has the largest and one of the best transportation network in the world. I've been to some other countries, and I've seen their transportation network or transportation system. Compared to China, no, I give China a thumbs up. They have the best transportation network in the world. And but because of the huge population, you have to be able, you must be able to know how to navigate your ways when it comes to things like the huge population of China. Another thing that you need to prepare your mind for, which which always catch people unaware, is the culture. Yeah, the culture. Okay, a lot of foreigners, when they come around here, we do suffer cultural shock. Yeah, what I call cultural shock. Yeah, it happened to me also when I first came to China. I had cultural shock. It happened to me too. So I think it's normal. I think it's normal. But if if I had someone who told me before I came, I think I would have prepared my mind, you know. So the shock would not be so much. So when I see people who ask me that they would like to come to China, maybe as a student, maybe for visit, maybe for tourism or for business consultation, I do tell them you need to prepare your mind for cultural shock. Yeah, because of, and also another thing is the language. You need to prepare. Of course, we all know Chinese people don't speak English, even though a small population of them who school abroad, who school in the Western countries where English is a language. Some of them do speak English, and in cities like Shanghai, like Beijing, like the first tier cities, some people do speak English, but generally the language of the Chinese people is Mandarin. It is not English. So you need to prepare your mind for that. Oftentimes, I have seen foreigners trying to say that, oh, life is difficult in China. Chinese don't speak English. And I was like, no, no, you know that before you came here that Chinese people don't speak English. It's like you go to Germany. Germans, yeah, there are couples of German that maybe that can speak English, but in Germany, the official language is German. In France, the official language is French. In Spain, the official language is Spanish. In China, the official language is Chinese. So it depends on whether you want to live in China for a long time or for a short time. So I usually tell people, I advise them that if they want to live in China for a long time, you need to prepare to learn the language when you come. It will help you a lot. I did that when I came. At least, and even though my Chinese is still, my Mandarin or Chinese is still baby, baby Chinese, but I am able to converse in my little Mandarin, to do something at least on my own to some extent. I could do some domestic stuff on my own, and I can even go to the government offices, banks, to do some things on my own. So you really, really need to prepare your mind for that. These are the things that you would need when you come around to China if you want to have a comfortable life. Language is very, very important. You need to prepare yourself. You need to prepare your mind that you are coming to learn the language. Okay? And the cultural shock that I talked about comes in different ways. I will elaborate on that later on. Maybe not in this live stream. Maybe some other time. The cultural shock, come in many ways. You know, I've seen sometimes people, because of my color, they try to rub my skin to see if it will peel. They try to touch my hair. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But you need to prepare your mind for that, for for cultural shock. All right. So yeah, what is? Let me see. Oh, okay. Now, I haven't said that. I think when you land, before you land, before you come to China at all, maybe after you know what you are, the reason you are coming to China, when you decide that, whether you are coming for tourism, for visit, for study, for work, for business, when you know that already, you need whoever that you know here. For example, if you are coming to work, you need to make sure the place you are coming to work will give you everything that you need to be able to feel comfortable, at least for the time being, for the first few weeks when you are in China. If you are coming for business too, it's the same. If you are coming as a student, you need to prepare some things. For example, your accommodation. Your accommodation is very, very important. You need to prepare for that ahead before you arrive China. And Actually, in fairness to you know international businesses that do or employ foreigners from abroad, or the schools that do look for foreign students, they prepare this ahead. Yeah, they are really really good at this. They prepare for this ahead, but you still need to prepare your mind for some shock. Yeah, it can happen. Like you come around where they said they will lodge you, it's not where you are lodged. You understand what I'm trying to say? So you need to prepare your mind yourself. You need to prepare for some eventualities sometimes. You understand? It can happen. It might happen. So, and if you're coming for business transaction or for business visit, the company you are visiting need to provide an hotel for you, at least where you will lodge, because you are coming to a place you don't know. So you have to talk to them in order for them to know what you what you are what you are the type of accommodation they need to prepare for you. So um, then you get your visa, you come, you arrive at the airport. It's either you are picked up. Most of the time, new you know new people in China, foreigners that are coming to China for the first time, will be picked up at the airport. Yeah, I've seen schools that will arrange their international education department to go to the airport and pick up international students. So picking up at the airport is not a big problem at all. So they will pick you up at the airport. If you're a student, you will go to your school, do the necessary things, go to your hostel. If you are coming to work, there is an accommodation that is waiting for you already. You will be sometimes, if the accommodation is not ready, some schools will lodge you at a hotel for maybe for a few days, maybe for 1 week. Then you have to move to your permanent place of abode when your accommodation is ready. And if you are coming for business, they will lodge you at a hotel. So if you're coming to visit people, if the person you are visiting, already has a home here, yeah, if you arrange to stay in his home or in a home, that's okay. If you arrange to stay at your own hotel, the person can help you to look for a hotel. So these are the things I want to talk about with us today. And if you have any question, please, or if you have any comment, if you have any concerns, leave them in the comment section, and I will reply as soon as possible. I will give us 5 minutes to ask any question. And if there are things that you would like me to talk about, if there are things you want to know about China that you want me to talk about, please, you can write that in the comment section, and I will look at it and find a day to talk about it. I will be talking about in my next live stream, or I might make a long video for that. I will be talking about different types of Chinese visas. Yeah, now that I've talked about what you need to come to China, why you want to come to China, you need to determine your purpose of coming to China. The next thing is procurement of visa. So in my next video, or it might be a live stream also, I would like to talk about different types of Chinese visas and what you can use them for while in China. The duration also, because each classes of visas have their duration, or the time, or the period by which you can stay in China. I'll be talking about classes of visas, and I'll be elaborating more about life of foreigners in China. So if there is no question right now, maybe you don't have a question right now, maybe you have a question later, please leave your comment, leave your question in the comment section. And if you have any comment, please leave them in the comment section. I want us to discuss, I want us to talk about this because there is a lot of things going around, you know, a lot of talks about China going around outside of China. But somebody like me, I live here, I've been here for 20 years, I have a family here. I can tell you the truth of what is going on inside here. So this is why I created this channel to reach out to people, to reach out of China to the people who live outside of China, spread the word, spread what is going on, let them know the truth about China. I'm not saying everything is rosy. No, everything is not rosy. Actually, everything is not rosy everywhere. But in everywhere, there is the good side and there's also the bad side. This is life. Life has positive and negative. Okay? So, and for those that are, like I said, for those that are joining us for the first time, make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn on your notification button so that every time that I drop new content, you'll be notified and you'll be able to watch my content. Don't also forget to comment. I want you to help me to grow and I need your comments in this regard. When you comment on my videos, it will help the YouTube algorithm will help to spread my videos, and through that my watch hours will increase and I will gain more subscribers. So I need you to comment positively on my videos. Let me know your concerns, and I believe I will be able to address your concerns. All right. I think I'll be stopping here. Thanks for coming to today's live stream, and see you in the next one. Bye. Bye bye. Bye bye bye. Sorry, those joining me for the first time, Happy New Year. Well, bye 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 bye. Just don't forget to leave your comment in the comment section, okay? And like I said, if there's something you want me to talk about, just just leave it right in the comment section. If something you want me to talk about, put it in the comment section. I'll think about it, then we will discuss about it. Okay? Bye bye.